Blitz up the middle. This one intercepted. Picked off in the flat. It's Lynch.
You're better off just rolling it down the field, the 40-yard line, than kicking a line drive to number 15.
And here he goes. The quarterback is on the loose. Here's Post up the middle. Post has got a seam and he's gone. Purdy makes one-man miss, spins away from a second. 10, still alive at the 5. Play action, Black to throw. Caught by Soden. Finley to his left, throws across the body, looking for Peters. He's got him on the run. Meanwhile, handoff. He's got it. Look out. To the house, Emmanuel Post. They're going to air it out. Deep down the near sideline. Touchdown, Londonderry. Unbelievable. The holder is Sabati. It's clean. The kick is off. Good. And good. Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Exeter. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you, getting set for our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Week number 9, and a big Division I matchup on hand here in Exeter. The Blue Hawks playing host to Londonderry, two of the premier programs statewide, regardless of division, clashing here in the final week of the regular season. A lot on the line. Start with the home team. They have already wrapped up the Eastern Conference with an 8-0 record, which means they're going to have a bye in the first round of the playoffs no matter what happens here tonight. But still, wanting to finish up undefeated and carry that momentum of a 9-game win streak into the postseason. So Exeter certainly with a lot to play for tonight. And then Londonderry, they could win the Central Conference with a victory, which would put them at 7-1 against in-state opponents. They come in here 6-2 overall. That included a loss to St. John's Prep down in Massachusetts. So Londonderry wins, they get a bye. They lose, things get a lot more complicated, and they may have to play in that first round preliminary matchup. So both teams very motivated. The stakes speak for themselves here in week number 9.
Yeah, I think the stakes speak the loudest, Nick, with the matchup itself and the psychological position this goes on into the preliminary round next week, Nick. I think it's really, really important. We talked to, last night to both coaches, Nick, and you can see these guys are calm, ready to go. But behind the scenes, the players are jacked up, the programs, the communities are jacked up. I don't really, every time I get involved in the bracketology, Nick, I wind up being wrong. And I hear this and I hear that. At the end of the day, you got to win the game tonight. It's a big game. We've had this on for a matter of 4 or 5 weeks on the watch list as far as games to do. Not the least bit surprised we're here tonight. However, the amperage of this game has gone up over the last 2 weeks given what's happened. One thing I will say is, Londonderry has had experience with Pinkerton, Salem, Wyndham, and Alvern. And, I think it was really important for Exeter to have a really tough game against a very tough team, Memorial High School, and they were able to pull that one off 13-6, So recently, good for Exeter. They've had that competition to sharpen the shed, tools in the shed. And as far as Londonderry is concerned, they've been battle-tested pretty much all year long. Going to be a good one tonight.
Yeah, Exeter coming in following an out-of-state win north of the border.
Yeah.
In Portland, they beat Portland High by a final of 35-25 to stay unbeaten. The Memorial matchup you mentioned was 2 weeks back. And, of course, Londonderry, they are, really trying to piece together a late-season win streak, 4 in a row since that loss to Pinkerton back in week number 5.
And well.
All right, when we come back, we will send things down to the field for a live rendition of the national anthem, the coin toss, and then the opening kick at the top of the hour here at Bill Ball Stadium in Exeter. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. Colonial Printing is family owned and celebrating 50 years of quality print services for New Hampshire businesses and can help yours as well. Whether it's creative design, digital or offset printing, or banners and signs, with state-of-the-art technology, unlimited industry sources, and the ability to think outside the box, Colonial Printing will help you get your job done. To see their full list of services, promo products, and portfolio, or to request an estimate, visit colonialprintingnh.com. That's colonialprintingnh.com.
Well, back here in Exeter, closing in on the opening kickoff at the top of the hour. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. These two Division I contenders looking to shore up playoff positioning heading into next week's 13-team Division I tournament. And, of course, playoff coverage will be provided right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Exeter hoping to stay unbeaten and finish the regular season undefeated. If they can get it done tonight on their home field. They just got done honoring the senior class. 23 players out there on the field. A special moment, of course, for those players and their parents and family who have made the trip here to Bill Ball Stadium. There's Jimmy Lozon leading the visiting Londonderry Lancers onto the field. Coach now in his 10th season. At one point in time, he was the youngest coach of a high school varsity program nationwide when he took over his alma mater, West High, as a 21-year-old kid. That seems like a long time ago now.
It's just unbelievable.
He's still south of 40 with 2 Division I state championship rings on his finger. Of course, Londonderry has been in the final, the championship game, in 4 of the past 5 seasons, trying to extend that streak with a late run this year to 5 of the last 6.
Yeah, just real quick, Nick, I thought the senior night was really well done. Get Sherm, just a great guy, great announcer, but they did it early on so everybody could focus on what was going on rather than having a rush job. Just very well planned out. Nice work. As far as Coach Jimmy, absolutely, Nick. I remember going back, and oh my gosh, I don't know how many years ago now that was. 2015, probably somewhere around there. And You knew as soon as he came, that's
when he took over Londonderry, yes.
Yeah, and then as far as West is concerned, we're going back even further than that.
Yes.
I remember going to those games and seeing an energy at West that I thought was really I thought Travis Cody did a good job as well, previous, and West was on a pretty good run there, and then, but back at it again under Coach Provenza. So, but Coach Jim was very calm as usual. Coach Ball. You can tell he is enjoying life right now, being able to focus completely on football, family, and one of the things that this is a great accomplishment by Exeter to be undefeated at this point, Nick. It really is. They've done a terrific job. When you look at the technique, the quality that these guys, the offensive and defensive lines, the running, everybody knows what they're supposed to do. The staff's done a great job with these guys. This is a big year for them. We'll see if they have enough to go the distance.
And as you mentioned, head coach Bill Ball, he's been involved with this Exeter football program in some shape, form, or fashion since 1978. And, of course, over the last several years, he also was pulling double duty as the school's athletic director. He retired from that post in the offseason. And as we spoke with him last night on our Thursday program, FNL Gridiron, he said that post-retirement life, very good, allows him to regenerate with long walks on the beach in the morning with his wife and Well, once the afternoon rolls around, it's all football.
But he did allude to the fact that occasionally he kind of drifts off into football thought.
As expected from the long-time head coach. All right, let's go down to the field for the live rendition of the national anthem. Oh, nice job there by the Exeter Marching Band, performing a live rendition of the national anthem to get things going here on senior night in Exeter. Nick Anastas, Steve Bales with you. Week number 9 coverage statewide here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. It's our game of the week presented by Beals Insurance. Londonderry are 6-2 overall, 6-1 against in-state competition. Exeter undefeated at 8-0 overall and 7-0 against NHI AA foes. Londonderry perhaps a bit short-handed tonight. They've been battling the injury bug. And as the captains head towards midfield for the coin toss, Steve, what are some things to watch for tonight, some keys both ways?
Well, again, we got to figure out, make sure everybody's on the field. That's going to be tough, assuming that everybody is, Nick. No, regardless, I think you got to watch the flag if you're Londonderry. You have to watch those winds because they do like to air the ball out when they see the opportunity, especially on a fast field like this. But you got to be careful when you're throwing into the wind, Nick. It's been a factor in so many games throughout the high school years over the decades. And this is one of those things that you got to manage that. I'm sure that they will upstairs. As far as Exeter is concerned, Nick, obviously ball security has not been a problem for this football team, but that offensive line against this great defensive line from Londonderry, and Exeter's offensive line is terrific. They're going to have a big game to let Kavanaugh, Batstone, and company be able to pick their holes and to be able to move the sticks. I've said last night on Gridiron, Nick, I think time of possession is a huge factor. Now with the high winds, I think I'm going to even throw that up even higher because I think there's going to be a lot of running tonight. So I think time of possession over 60%. That team probably wins unless you get a bunch of fumbles or a bunch of interceptions or things are run backs on special teams. Obviously, last point, special teams huge in this game. It's windy. There's going to be balls are going to be really fumbling around on the ground. They're going to be knuckleballing in the air. It's going to be tough. So special teams, sharp play on special teams, going to be critical for both teams. And both these teams do well at that because they're extremely well coached.
All right, coin toss in the books, and we are about ready to rumble here on the Seacoast. The Blue Hawks in the home Navy uniforms, white lettering. Coach Ball on the near sideline as the home team. Of course, Jimmy Lozon and his Lancers in white tonight with the blue helmets and lettering on the far side. And just to correct the record, Coach Lozon now in his 11th season.
11th season, wow.
As Londonderry head man. He took over back in 2014.
Tommy fixed you up on that one, did he?
One of our viewers.
One of our viewers, well, I'm telling you.
Which we welcome.
Feelers all over the place, or intelligence all over the place.
All right. We get to see both these teams widely regarded as, well, two of the more physical teams, frankly. Usually year in and year out, two of the better offensive and defensive lines. And as you mentioned, if things get simplified from a game plan perspective tonight, the onus really is going to be up front.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Nick. One of the things that both these teams really focused on is off-season conditioning. You heard Coach Ball pretty eloquently discussing that last night on our Gridiron show. He was, very plain that these guys, this group of guys, not only they play and they get along and great team together, as is Londonderry. Both of these teams have a conditioning program that would rival anybody in the league.
So Exeter set to receive the opening kick here. And they're going to send two of their speed threats back deep at the 5-yard line here. Getting set for the return. One of them is Phineas Reardon, a 5'8 senior, one of the 23 seniors honored pregame here on senior night.
Here comes the wind.
That's one thing to watch, as you mentioned. Gusts expected up to 30 miles an hour tonight. Temperature right now at 60 degrees as we get set for the kickoff. It is the Londonderry left footer who gets us going. And that's Thompson, the veteran. This one is handled by Reardon. Tries to find a little room up the middle. Does cross the 20, but is shy of the 25. Tackled there by Avery Yazbek, one of the juniors for Londonderry. So here's this offense. We've seen it once, Steve, live back in week number 4.
Yep.
That was a victory on the road at Winnicott. And,
of
course, Exeter led by the 5'9" senior quarterback Michael Karen, who jogs into the huddle.
Winnicott played him hard, but then all of a sudden it just broke loose, in the depth and physicality, I think, and the maturity of Exeter really came on strong. I'm really impressed that they beat Portland, Maine, Nick. That's a big win for them.
1st and 10, handoff is blown up.
Wow.
Londonderry able to penetrate into the backfield, and there leading the charge is the defensive end, Alex Villa. Expected to take a lot of snaps tonight at quarterback on offense as well, but he's one of the best edge men defensively in the state.
I said last night on Gridiron, Nick, that the two defensive ends of Londonderry Lancers have got to have a big game. If that's any indication where this game's going to be, shutting down that off-tackle alley, you just saw it right there. But don't forget, Exeter's got an offensive line that's solid and can make great adjustments.
No chance there for the ball carrier. That was senior Daniel Batstone. He's been Exeter's leading rusher this year. Karen on a play-action rollout is going to throw the first pass of the night. It's downfield, and a leaping grab is made. It's in Londonderry territory. That's the big Exeter tight end, Tyler Graney. 6'4". He's going to flex his muscles as the home crowd loves it. First down, Exeter.
Well, I hate to say it, Nick, but I said the tight ends in this game are going to be a big factor because of the size matchups with Villa, Devin, and Graney. Graney just went up and got it. Very Gronk looked like. Got a big radius. And if it's not near him, he's going to go get it.
It's good for 36 yards. And a Blue Hawk first down. Quick hitter on 1st and 10 is up the middle. It's the fullback looking for the Londonderry 40. And is shut down just shy of the 40.
You heard
at
Coach,
about the 41-yard line. That's the first carry tonight for the senior Tyler Bland.
Heard Coach Lozon talking last night about how they trapped the ball so well, Nick. Looked to me like that was a trap. And, they got 4 yards. Remember we talked about this last night as well. They have got to keep them 4 yards or under, preferably 3 or under. If they start racking off 6 or more every time, it's going to be a long night for Londonderry.
Bland and Blackstone, again, are the two backs behind Karen. On 2nd down and 7, we have a man in motion. Handoff for Batstone. Juggled the handoff a
nice
bit
cover
as he hit the hole, and he paid the price. Socked by 3 different Lancers.
Good read.
It was Davis Majarian, one of them, just a sophomore. Majarian able to diagnose that one very well. Just a yard gain for Batstone, and now a 3rd and 6 on the way.
He's got that 3-down line defensive trio, Nick. They tie up, force double teams, and that opens up the opportunity for that great linebacker core to get in there. So you've got about maybe 4.5 yards in 2 plays. That falls in Londonderry's favor. We'll see how it progresses.
5 down linemen here defensively for Londonderry. On 3rd and 5, Karen, a quick hitter. Catch made, first down, and then some. A great run after the catch.
Well thrown
He's
ball.
going to move the football into the red zone. That's Sam Dulac, one of the Dulac brothers, showing good concentration there on the Exeter first down.
Nick, that's just an extremely well thrown ball through traffic. Hit him, nice grab on the run. Boy, did he pull that in quickly and start his yards after the catch move. Look at this throw. All the traffic right in his face. He throws a dart. And Exeter in, I would say, yes, it's in red zone territory.
Ball at just shy of the 19-yard line after that 21-yard pickup. Handoff. First carry for Jack Kavanaugh. Tries to find a little room to the right side. Makes his way down to about the 16-yard line. Kavanaugh, another one of these seniors listed at 5'8", 175.
Yep.
A 3-yard pickup there, 2nd and 7.
Boy, what a view we have up here, Nick. Really a great place to watch a football game. We're usually down in the press box, but I'll tell you, you can really see what's going on inside up here.
Live from the roof. 2nd down and 7. Karen with the tight end Grady to his right, 3 backs behind him in the T. Play action. The throw is too much for Graney and incomplete in the end zone.
Yeah, I like the call. There's about a 11-inch advantage from Graney on there. I was talking about this last night, Nick. If you remember, we were talking to Coach Lozon about the tight ends in both of these programs. They are really tall. They've got long arms. They can jump. And I really like that call by Coach Ball, Nick, because there is an advantage there, anything above 6.5 feet. So I think you're going to see a lot more of that at the right times.
See what they do here on 3rd down and 7. The football at the 16-yard line. First down marker just inside the 10.
Big play here for the Lancers with being away.
Kavanaugh and Bland are the backs. Karen is back under center. 4-man front for Londonderry. Batstone in motion. Karen going to go to the air again. Rolls out right. Throws wide open. It's Dulac, but he drops it. Incomplete in the end zone. He was wide open, and Dulac.
Wide open.
Normally, that's an easy one for the senior. Takes his eye off the ball, and now a 4th and 7 on the way.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Nick, but it's in the first drive in the first quarter. They certainly wanted that, Nick. Obviously, they want the 7 rather than the 3. Sometimes a ball is just so well thrown. It's right. It's kind of right in the hands there, and it just took his eyes off it. Little lost his concentration a little bit, but plenty of game left.
Jonathan Adams set to kick the field goal.
Yep.
And this one is from 34 yards out. It's a line drive.
It is
to the right and no good. Just missed it. It drifted. Adams, known for his strong leg, had plenty of distance there, but that one not meant to be. So Exeter with 2 big pass plays on that drive. They come away empty.
Yep.
As Londonderry catches a break. And the game remains scoreless here about 4 minutes in.
Yeah, they hit that field goal. Think about it, Nick. They hit that field goal. It's only a 4-point drop at that point, assuming they get the extra point. In this particular situation, now it's a loss of 7, no score. It's a momentum changer, but Londonderry's got to come through against this very solid Blue Hawk defense.
All right, so here come the Lancers. Sam Ogden, who is a game-time decision, battling an injury. He is going to play, and he does take the 1st and 10 shotgun snap, and he throws it deep down the field, and that one incomplete. Double covered there, trying to find Ethan Wheeler, the senior receivers, but 2 Blue Hawk defenders, including Tyler Bland, on the scene for Exeter 2nd down.
Yep. Yeah, it was a kind of a risky pass there, Nick. Obviously into the wind if you look at where the flag's moving or the stream is on the goalpost. And it kind of hung up there a little bit like a wounded duck. You got to be careful. Those threw into double coverage. But I give a lot of credit to the receiver there for going up and trying to get it.
Charlie Dulac may have had the
little bit of surprise they threw
the
that
last
play.
say there as he knocked it away. 2nd and 10, back to the air. This one is intercepted.
Wow.
A tip drill along the sideline. It's going to give the Exeter Blue Hawks the football. Noah Rao. Or I'm sorry. Not Noah, but Jack Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Kavanaugh with the interception along the sidelines. Is that one in and out of the hands of Mason Paquette? Our game's first turnover comes less than 4 minutes in.
Well, we talked Coach Ball last night. He says, don't underestimate the contributions of Batstone and Kavanaugh on defense, Nick. And he was Johnny on the spot, was exactly where he needed to be in back of the receiver to be able to come forward. Tip happens. Look at this. Ball's thrown on the run. A little bit high, Nick, but I think it was a catchable ball. But this wind's going to do a lot.
1st and 10, the pitch, right side run. Bland breaks the tackle at the 25, and look out. Inside the 10, the 5, touchdown Exeter.
Wow.
A 29-yard touchdown run by Tyler Bland. The senior broke a tackle early and then turned on the Jets. 6-0 home team.
He just wasn't the defender. I couldn't see who the tackle was, Nick, but I could see that coming. You saw him lower his shoulder and drive those legs extremely well. Now watch, he just wasn't in a good position to make the tackle. He had kind of a glance block on him, and that was enough. And you can't tackle that man high. It's not going to work. Great run.
So Exeter A play is all they need, as Adams' extra point is good. 7-0.
A little sigh of relief there from the last drive there, Nick. They were able to get that turnover. So we have our first turnover in the game.
Yep.
Really surprised you're going to the air, Nick, against the wind. I'm surprised that they didn't try to run the ball a little bit more, but it was a little costly. The ball is hanging against it. What do we see? Oh, that's that run. He tried to get into his legs and then you lost contain there. Number 3, I believe it was, lost contain.
So Bland makes them pay.
Yep.
Exeter, a flash drive of just
good.
one play. Follows the interception from Jack Kavanaugh. And now, Londonderry.
That's a tough responsibility.
After running just 2 plays of their own on offense, set to get the ball back here with 4 minutes off this first quarter clock.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Knudsen there had a real tough job in that particular situation. To try to have to contain and hold the inside. He was all alone out there.
All right.
Good blocking.
So, Londonderry.
Good blocking by the Blue Hawks.
We see their return team for the first time. It's comprised of a diamond-shaped formation at the back with 4 potential returners. Adams gets the most of this as it lands in the back of the end zone. We had heard about his leg last night.
You sure did.
On FNL Gridiron when we spoke with Seacoast Media Group's Jay Pinzanolt. He said Adams has given this team an advantage over the course of the season on kicks like that.
Well, he had the wind at his back, Nick, but that was still a heck of a bomb right there. I mean, you don't see many kicks at high school level going out the back, almost hitting the crossbar on the up 8-9 feet up in the goalpost, Nick. That was a bomb.
All right, so 1st and 10 as Londonderry looks for an answer. Their opening drive cut short after just 2 plays. Out of the pistol, they go to the ground for the first time, and there's a big hole for Carson Palmer. He's going to work his way close to the 25-yard line, a 4-yard gain. As the tackle's made at the second level there by Exeter's Cole Kelly.
Yeah, people still coming in, Nick. Pretty good droves. Comes in 10 and 15 groups. The stands are starting to fill up. Londonderry took the 45 minutes, 40 minutes or so. They got a good crowd over there, a good student section. This Exeter student section, just like Londonderry, they both have great student sections. They're here cheering their team on tonight.
A big Week 9 crowd here at Bill Ball Stadium. 2nd down and 6. 3-man front for Exeter. Ogden in trouble, going to tuck and run. The senior to his right, crosses the 30. He's got a first down to the 40, 45, showing the speed at midfield. And he's finally tackled from behind inside the Exeter 40-yard line.
Wow.
After a rip there.
Yeah, you talk about an ankle breaker.
Yards.
Watch this, folks. This is what I mean by glance step. Watch him go out, take that glance step. Look at that move inside. Whoop, and then another one. Boy, I'll tell you, we're seeing some athletes on both sides of the field tonight, Nick. These are good football players. Kids are in condition. They're smart. They're intelligent. They're disciplined. I knew this was going to be a good game. We got a beauty going.
And won the longest play from scrimmage so far, 38-yard gain on the ground for Ogden, who's been battling injuries over the last couple of weeks.
Didn't look at there.
Was not sure we were going to see him tonight. And he certainly looked healthy on that one. Here's a flea flicker on 1st and 10. Eyes downfield. Ogden decides to just throw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yep, smart move. Intelligent quarterback.
Nobody open downfield. Ogden going to have a quick word with Coach Lozon.
Hey, we got a ton of people watching this game tonight. We love having you here watching us and joining us with Friday Night Lights. If you're not a subscriber, we love our subscribers. We respect and don't throw out any junk mail. We just notify you when we got a live game going on. Hit that bell icon and join us as a subscriber. We love bringing these games to you. We'd love to have you join our team.
We certainly do. And we'll be active next week in the postseason as well.
Oh, boy.
2nd down and 10. Back to the ground. Palmer trying to bounce, trying to spin. Dances at the 35 before he's taken down at about the 34-yard line. That'll set up a 3rd and 5 here for Londonderry.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. But, they did get some yardage there, Nick. But excellent work getting separation by that defensive front with the down lineman, Nick, and the linebacker core. Every one of them holding their positions, doing a good job, not getting pushed off the ball, not giving up their hips in one direction. They're staying square, and that's why that thing only got 2 or 3 yards. So
midway through first quarter, Londonderry trying to
This is
somehow managed to gain the 28-yard line to keep this drive going.
I love to watch what Jimmy runs on these. Coach
he's got trips
runs
right
on this. Yep.
Here he's going to put one man in motion to the near side. Ogden on third down, rolls left, throws left, and this one incomplete as well.
Yeah, he
had a target there. It was Nate Marshall, the big 6'3" senior, but Marshall unable to pull that one in on his way to the turf. It's fourth down.
He had Caden Malick out here, Nick. If he could have gone a little wider, Caden had complete separation and looked like he had about a 4 or 5. You'll see him behind. Well, not in that picture, but that view. But you're going to see he was heading towards the corner, and he was very reachable.
So, a fourth down decision here for Coach Lozon.
You're going to see it here. Watch number 10 in motion. He really pushes off the edge. You're going to see he comes over. At that point, the safety came in, and you're going to see he was wide open there even before he threw the ball.
All right, fourth down and 6 officially.
Big play in the game here.
Ogden again will start with 3 receivers to his right.
Timeout.
And Coach Lozon going to talk it over as Londonderry spends their first timeout here in this first quarter. Our broadcast brought to you by Beals Insurance, locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By the New Hampshire Tomahawks. Showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NHTomahawks.com and also girls.NHTomahawks.com. And finally, by Colonial Printing, family-owned and operated for over 50 years. Start your next project today at colonialprintingnh.com. Nick and Astis, Steve Beals with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. 2 of the top Division I teams in the final weekend of the regular season, vying for playoff positioning. Exeter, following a Londonderry turnover, scored a few minutes ago on a 29-yard touchdown run by Tyler Bland. Now Londonderry hoping to answer. But they need to get to the 28-yard line to keep this drive going. It's fourth down and 6. He's got time. He goes over the middle, and there's the completion. Pulled in this time by Marshall after he failed to secure the earlier target. Makes his way down to the Exeter 17-yard line for a gain of 17 and a Londonderry first down.
Yeah, they really flooded the whole field, Nick. When you're out at the 30, you still got a lot of room for those defensive backs to cover. But the key here is Ogden was looking at every single receiver. If you watch him, it's bang, bang, bang. He's a quick processor. I think he's got an NVIDIA processor built in there.
First and 10. First carry here for, I think this is Jordan Ball. It is, the sophomore, who has been seeing a bigger role as of late. Takes his first carry of the night for 3 yards, bottled up there by one of the Exeter defensive linemen, Kellen Bateman.
Sam Ogden, again, on that last pass, he really read the field. He waited for just the right time to release the ball. Nice cap. You can see, nice catch. You can see, though, Nick, really quick, the receivers are struggling with the ball coming at them. This wind is really having an effect.
Inside of 5 minutes, first quarter. Wheeler in motion, Ogden the toss, Ball trying to navigate the sidelines, lowers the shoulder, and there's a penalty flag on the play. It's going to be our first penalty tonight. If the play stands, Ball may have picked up that first down. Let's see.
No. He's not even close. He's about 4 yards short, Nick.
Depends on where they marked him out, but let's see what the penalty is.
No, he's down on the 9-yard line. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a block in the back against Nathan Marshall, the tight end.
Yeah, you know what happens there, Nick, is all of a sudden that run had a little bit of a delay to it, the way that it kind of played off. The running back didn't get to the line of scrimmage, and what happens is you're forcing to hold your block too long, and it kind of started going the other way. Exeter doing a good job getting separation from the offensive blockers. I really admire what they've done so far here.
Football backed up to the 24. On 2nd and 16, Ogden keeps it for himself, spins in a crowd after crossing the 20. Going to keep those legs pumping. Still alive inside the 15. And they finally whistle him down at about the 13-yard line. So Ogden carried about half the defense with him.
Tell you, for a guy, Nick, that was kind of been banged up, I'll tell you, he's looking pretty strong right now. I don't think he feels any pain during the game. I just think he's just all guts. And that's a heck of a run right there. That's a big pickup. Now they've got 3rd and 6. That's a big difference from where they were. The 4-down territory, unless they want to kick.
Able to grind out 11 on his second carry of this first quarter.
Always been enjoyed watching Coach Lozon's 3rd down picks in these situations for plays.
3rd and 6.
He's got them spread out.
3 receivers set, 2 to the strong side left. Ball is the tail. Back to throw. Throws a screen. Ball with the catch, but it's snubbed out initially. And immediately by Noah Thomas. 6'2". One of the seniors up front, not fooled there on the screen, and now Londonderry facing a 4th and long.
Not a really good decision there, Nick. The first thing you want to do is throw it out of bounds or throw it over the end zone, Nick, although that would have been a long throw. At least run it, but don't make that throw because now you've put your kick back about 7-8 yards, Nick, of where it was before with the wind in your face.
They lost 4 on the play, so now Thompson is going to have to connect from 37 yards out.
Situational football.
Looks like he's kicking into the wind as well. Ogden is the holder. It's a good snap. This kick is up and off the crossbar and good. It takes a bounce off the crossbar. A fortunate bounce there for Londonderry. It had the spin. And after a lengthy drive, it is now a 7-3 ball game as Thompson able to connect there from 37 yards out.
You're going to see this on the replay. Maybe not from this angle. However, this ball, actually it's a good one. This ball is getting literally eaten up by the wind. See, it just slows down. Friction is high, and then all of a sudden, it's just got enough leg. That's a strong kick by that young man, given the circumstances of that wind in his face. Probably 20 mile an hour wind, Nick, going right at him. That is a big 3 points because you come up empty-handed there, Nick, and now you're going 7-0, giving it to him. That 3 points is important for sure. So 7-3 locked up. I don't know about you, Nick. Not a heck of a lot different than what I expected with 2:35. Low scoring. The weather's tough. And 2 tough defenses.
Yeah. So, 7-3. And now Londonderry set to kick here. Brady Fergala going to handle the kickoff. So we saw Blake Thompson on the field goal try. This is Fergala, who is also a left-footed senior. This one is Squibb on the ground, up the middle, and fielded without a return.
Good strategy
by Charlie
right there.
Dulac.
Yeah, you just got too many good run back guys that can run it back, Nick.
Oh, that was Bland, actually.
That was Bland, yeah.
Yep,
good hands right there. That's not an easy thing to grab there when it's bumbling like that on the ground, kind of a worm burner. And so I think Londonderry will take that just inside the 30, right?
Yeah. They're going to spot at the 29 with 2:34 to go in this opening quarter. Exeter bringing their offense onto the field for the 3rd time. They opened the game with a lengthy drive, ultimately missed on a 34-yard field goal. But 2 plays later, the defense came up with an interception. That set up a 29-yard touchdown run for Tyler Bland. Londonderry moments ago came up with a field goal of their own to get on the board. Now it's a 6-man front here for the Lancers on a toss for Bland. 1st down and then some. Makes a cut and is finally mauled from behind by Kuchar after crossing midfield to the Londonderry 47.
I'll tell you, look at number 70 playing football, folks. Look at number 70. He's a lineman way behind the play. So many players just sit. He saved the touchdown right there. I'm telling you, what a football play, what hustle. That guy deserves his own personal pizza Monday morning at Films no matter what happens.
That's, of course, the senior nose tackle.
That is leadership right there.
Colin Kuchar listed at 6'6", 285. One of the better two-way linemen in the
flag
state.
Down.
Meanwhile, Batstone is slung down after a 2-yard gain, but there is a flag at the 46.
Didn't see any holding, Nick, but maybe there was something there on the other side. But, if you ever want to see a football player that's in it to win it, Mr. Kuchar.
It's a hold against Exeter's Kellen Bateman.
Oh, look at that. Look at that tackle right there. That's not an easy guy to bring down. One of the best runners in the state right there. That's a first-rate tackle, Division I right there.
First penalty against Exeter. 10 penalty yards.
Who was that,
each
Nick?
way
48?
In this first half.
I think that was
that's
Davis Majarian.
Davis
Majarian. Yeah, that's a heck of a up-front tackle.
Yeah, he's had a couple of stops in this first quarter, just a sophomore.
Really impressed with both of these football teams. This is a war.
Again, a 5-man front for Londonderry. On 1st and 19, Karen to his right. Going to scramble, looking now towards the sideline, going to tuck and escapes at midfield.
Good no call by the official.
Exeter, they like it. They'll take about a 7-yard gain there to set up a 2nd down and 13.
Nice gain. Boy, he's got some speed. Villa doesn't get outrun very often. Good for Villa coming all the way to the edge there from the other side, Nick. That's some good hustle right there.
Almost got him, but certainly drove him out of
almost
bounds.
got him, but both of these teams are expending everything they got. They understand the importance of this game. Brackets, no brackets, whatever. They both want to win this game for going into the playoffs. The person who comes out, the team that comes out the loser here, is going to have to really regroup. So they want to win it today, both of these teams.
Exeter open to finish the regular season undefeated. Londonderry with a win would ensure a bye in the first round. Here's a pitch to Bland. He's back at it, refusing to go down along the sideline. They're going to rule him down inbounds at about the 43 after a gain of 5. And Bland already with a touchdown to his credit.
Watch number 33. We talked to Coach last night about how he comes out and blocks, and look at number 33, lead pound blocking for his guy. He's the most, he's a guy that could just sit there, carry the ball, and stop it. No way. This guy blocks, just like Coach Ball said, and he blocks with a vengeance. Unselfish.
That's Danny Blattstone. And
what a great job.
Blattstone and Bland have carried the ball, kind of split carries most of the year, including this first quarter. Got a tee behind Karen here on 3rd down. Play action throw, complete to Batstone. First down, Exeter. Dragged out of bounds near the 25-yard line after an 18-yard gain. So Batstone rewarded for his unselfish play a moment ago with an 18-yard catch on 3rd down.
I tell you, this kid can do it all. Coach Ball was talking last night, Nick, about the condition that he works hard. He's going all year long, getting himself in top condition.
Meanwhile, Karen,
you can see it paying off
through the air in this first quarter as well. 3 completions for the Exeter senior quarterback.
Yeah, he's looking good. And Coach Ball earlier in the year, Nick, when we had him on before, said that about him. Really developed into a fine quarterback. You can see he's got a great relationship with him on the sideline.
1st and 10 from the 28. 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Pitch right side, Bland cuts it up and is scissored down at about the 27-yard line. There's Londonderry's Colby Waldron. He's one of their really leaders of that linebacker core, one of the more vocal leaders. And Walden able to diagnose it well there. That may bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Real quick, Michael Karen, Nick, doing a great job with his handoffs. He's being very deceiving. Excuse me, with those handoffs, his decoys he's using perfectly, and then even he makes himself a decoy extremely well to challenge those linebacker and safeties.
7-3 after 1. Exeter on the move. When we come back, you are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Exeter with a 7-3 lead and the football. As we begin this second quarter, Nick had asked this along with Steve Beals here from Bill Ball Stadium. Final weekend of the regular season. Both teams battling for playoff positioning in next week's tournament. Karen going to throw, and wide open is Graney. In the middle of the field, going to dance at the 15 and lean forward down to the 10-yard line.
Why not? Another
connection through the air for Exeter. 4th completion for Karen. and that one goes for 17.
If I'm not mistaken, Graney went on a little bit of a delayed pattern. I want to see this on replay again because this is an excellent play design. Anytime that you could – no, he went right out, but they flooded the zone with another one to pull the safety off of him, and that opened up that lane on the inside for Graney, and sure-handed enough. He was able to get another 5 or 6 yards after the we talked about this, Nick. The tight ends are a factor in this game.
2 catches for Graney in this first half. Quick hitter up the middle on first down. And again, that's Bland fighting his way inside the 10, down at about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, this Michael Karen, Nick, is really on top of his game right now. What you want to have players do, and that's why I said you get some tough games like Memorial and then go over there in Portsmouth and beat them, Nick. They really face some stiff competition in those games, and they came out victorious in both. And it's made them even better. They're climbing the ladder, Nick, and they're doing everything this year that they can against every opponent. I think they're playing as well right now as I've seen them all year.
Minute into the second quarter, we got a 2nd and 7. Exeter can still gain a first down with the marker down near the 2-yard line. Caring going to have to scramble. Will throw towards the sideline.
Whoa!
And a great catch is made at about the 3. Kavanaugh able to tiptoe the sideline and still reel that one in over the shoulder.
How did he find him? Talk about – look at him. Look at the concentration of this young man. He's reading the defense as he's crouched down. You got 4 lances on him, and he sees him out of the corner of his eye. And what a terrific job by Jack Kavanaugh, Nick, there to stay in bounds and time his exit from the field. Perfect job.
3rd and inches. Football inside the 3. Handoff for Batstone, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard score, and Exeter is going to extend the lead now to 13-3.
Look at the kick-out block. It's a great film. Nice job, Matt, down there. You got that's a great picture right there. One of the things you see right there, Nick, is you see the kick-out block. Watch the kick-out block, number 9 on 48, and that's what opened it up. I believe it was number 9. Jack Kavanaugh again. Boy, I'll tell you, these guys are checking in.
Exeter able to convert the extra point as Adams, after missing that early 34-yard field goal, is 2 for 2 on the extra point tries. Exeter looking good on that drive, capped off by a 3-yard touchdown run by Daniel Batstone. Of course, it was Batstone's 18-yard catch that kept that drive alive.
Yeah, but you see Batstone, he knows that Kavanaugh is going to do a kick-out. Look at that kick-out right there by number 9. He knew he did it too, and then Batstone does exactly what he's supposed to do. What a great drive right there, Nick. They are on fire right now. Londonderry has got to come up with points. Not saying they have to score another touchdown, but they got to have a good, long, sustained drive. This is a good Londonderry defense that they've got 14 points on. Extremely good defense, Nick.
And Michael Karen has looked good.
Michael Karen has looked
commanding
fabulous.
This offense. 5 completions in this first half.
Yep. And Coach Ball and his upstairs crew are calling a very good game, Nick. Really mixing it up. You get integrating Graney into it, which I thought was going to happen.
Here's Adams' kick. It's going to head towards that far sideline and take a bounce out of bounds.
Yeah, that'll bring it up. They'll take it.
So Londonderry, they'll look to the sideline here, and I imagine are going to take the yards as opposed to the re-kick.
Oh, I would.
Let's see.
I don't know why they wouldn't with this. Kickoffs right now are lethal, Nick, as far as this wind is concerned. Just too many bad things can happen. But really watching this Michael Karen and the relationship he has with Coach Ball, Nick, on the sidelines. This kid is all business. One of the things I'm seeing here is execution is to a T with this offense of Exeter and of the Blue Hawks. They are executing at a high level. Everybody's playing unselfish, and they're getting off the ball. Just terrific. They're just right on. Engines running.
Football at the 35 following the second Exeter penalty. 1st and 10 handoff. Palma trying to slice it along the left side there. Lowers the shoulder up to where? The 38-yard line. Gain of 3.
Thought he got more than was available there, Nick. Thought he did a good job there, slicing through and knifing.
3rd carry for Cruz.
Good job Oh, sorry, Nick.
3 for 12 unofficially.
Yeah, no, did a nice job holding on to that ball in traffic there. They understand you cannot turn the ball over at this point. You're down by, 11 points. Big drive here for Londonderry.
2 minutes in, second quarter. Second down and 7. Ogden throws near side. That is caught by Paquette. He's got a stiff arm. He's got a first down. He's escorted out of bounds, shy of midfield.
22.
At about the Lancer 48-yard line as we see Charlie Dulac there in coverage.
That's aggressive tackling right there. What does he do? He may or may not be, but he's playing like a wrestler. Watch this. Watch him come in and lift up those hips. And that takes him all the center of gravity away from the runner, Nick.
8-yard gain in the third completion of this first half for Sam Ogden.
That's a good tackle right there. Good form tackle. Perfect night for these guys as far as temperature, Nick, and humidity. Lack of humidity. It's you can really go tonight. Hitting feels good.
Just under 60 degrees. Ogden fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and gets clocked at the line of scrimmage.
Who was that? Number 33.
That's Batstone.
Daniel Batstone.
Says hello. Sam Dulac there for Exeter as well. Just a 1-yard gain for Ogden.
Yeah, Daniel had his Wheaties this morning. Look at that. Wow. Low man wins every single time. Even if it's a mismatch weight-wise, watch this. He comes in low, breaks down, and whammo.
So, second down and 9 here.
Those are the kinds of that defensive highlight reels, Nick.
Yeah, and Coach Ball praised his defensive abilities last night.
He and Kavanaugh.
Of course, he's such a big part of that ground attack on offense. Sometimes that defensive contribution gets overlooked. Meanwhile, Ogden on a second down and 9 carry is going to end up just shy of the Exeter 45-yard line.
Yeah, he had outside, Nick. If he had popped outside, I think he saw what was there contained, but I think if you relook at this, you'll see he did have the angle to get outside, but he chose inside, which is fine. Never, ever complain about a runner choosing inside and grabbing yardage. But watch him. You're going to see here, he goes out, he sees contained. I think he had it. That was grainy out there. Maybe not.
He also had, a 6'4", 230-pounder right in his face.
Can't say I blame him there, Nick.
3rd and 3. Exeter with 4 down linemen. Ogden to his left, going to pitch. Cruz takes the pitch and has a first down.
Yeah, there's a man
Lowers the shoulder at the 40 and gains the 39 before it's all said and done.
These running backs, Nick, came to play tonight. I'll tell you, nice pitch there by Ogden. That is such a hard thing to do. That takes a lot of work. A lot of reps to get that right and just get the timing right, and he read it beautifully.
That was actually Adrian Cruz. I apologize.
And let's take a look here. Londonderry moving the ball down in the same fashion Exeter is on this drive. Certainly appears like that offensive line is doing a good job providing some green space for these runners, and they are lowering their shoulders.
So Cruz on his 4th carry, able to keep the Londonderry drive alive, now at the Exeter 39. Ogden back to the air, a rainbow down the middle, and this one is caught. No, knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. Kavanaugh battling with Paquette.
Did not give up.
And the defensive back wins that battle, knocking it away at just the last minute.
He got it in his hands, Nick, and watch the work that Kavanaugh puts in here. He had a nice throw there, dropped it right in the breadbasket, and watch, he just keeps on working the ball out. That's just a terrific play. Now you're going to hopefully see a great shot from here, folks.
Yeah, watch the
slow it down.
Watch the right hand here as an excellent defensive play at the end.
He does not give up, and he yanks the ball out of there.
Second down and 10.
That looked like that guy on the fan from the Yankees that pulled that ball out of the glove the other night. I don't think he'll be seeing much baseball professionally lately.
No. All right.
In the future, I mean.
We got a wingback left side, that's Wheeler, along with the receiver, Paquette. Ogden going to hand off. And again, up the middle goes Cruz. Just shy of the 30. Going to spot him at about the 31, maybe the 32. That's not quite enough for Londonderry. So we got a 3rd and 2, it looks like, after that 8-yard carry.
Clear 4-down territory here, Nick. Probably outside, certainly outside of kicking range. Although the wind's at the back here, starting to calm down a little bit, but it's still out there. We'll see.
3rd and 2 as we approach the midway point, second quarter. Londonderry is going to have to swallow a sack here. Cruz faked the handoff, and then there was a defender on his backside. That's Ryan Marr, the senior, seemingly out of nowhere for a loss.
Let's see where he comes from. came right in from the outside, Nick. He must have come in up from the safety position. Nobody picked him up, and he was right there. Sam never saw him there.
4th and 5 after a 3-yard loss.
Yep. These are big defensive plays that the Blue Hawks are coming up with here.
Yeah, the defense responsible for the game's only takeaway. That was an interception on just the 3rd play from scrimmage for Londonderry back in the 1st quarter. Lancers have already used one timeout, and Coach Lozon is going to use his 2nd right here.
Well, why not, right?
On an upcoming 4th and 5 with just inside of 6 minutes to play in this first half.
He's Coach Lozon is always aware of the game, situational football and game management, Nick. If he doesn't, why in the world would you not use a timeout if you don't get exactly the defensive set that you're looking for? And that clearly was the case. This is the cat-mouse stuff that I just love between quality coaching staffs, and both these teams have them.
Well, both head coaches widely regarded by those in the know as perhaps two of the better two of the better football minds overall.
Yep.
Statewide, of course.
But the program runs deep.
Coach Ball has been doing this for decades. A lot of those assistants have been under him for decades, to your point. And Londonderry, they certainly have built a program over the last decade plus under Coach Lozon that includes 2 state titles back in 2019 and 2021.
My guess, Nick, is you're going to see a fake handoff. They're going to run some receivers deep. They're a little more tight than I thought. They got him out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little delay pass out on the numbers and hashes, Nick, here.
4th down and 5. Ogden takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks left, throws left down the sideline, incomplete, but a flag on the play.
You're going to see interference here, I believe, on number 9, Nick, if I'm not mistaken. Looked like he grabbed a hold of his elbow. We'll see it here on replay. I could be wrong. It could be offensive, but you could see them tangled up.
Yeah, a little bit of contact downfield between Paquette and Kavanaugh. And indeed, it's a defensive holding call against Kavanaugh and Exeter.
Yep.
So Londonderry is going to get a first down. That's the 3rd penalty against the Blue Hawks in this first half.
Yeah, I think he knew it. He had good position, meaning the receiver had good position on beating him in that particular situation. Probably saved a touchdown, Nick, to be honest with you. So not the worst defensive penalty in the world when you know he's going to get free if you don't do it.
That's a fun matchup to watch. Top of the screen is Paquette, again, lined up opposite Kavanaugh. Handoff. This is Ball, and the sophomore is going to gain the 20 before he's pushed back on a gang tackle.
Well, Jimmy got 5 or 6 right there. That's what he's looking for on first down, Nick. That opens up his playbook to like an Encyclopedia Britannica, and he's got it. And when he gets that 5 or 6 yards, Nick, that just makes it so difficult with his play calling for the defense. But I'll tell you, they've been up to the task so far in the game. This is a nice drive by the Lancers.
4-yard gain for Ball on his 3rd carry. 2nd down from the 20, handoff. Good swim move here is Cruz. Again, able to lower that shoulder.
He's got it.
Ends up inside the 14.
First down.
And it is a Londonderry first down. They credit Sam Dulac with the tackle. We move inside of 5 minutes to play.
Look at this dive forward by Cruz. He understands his field position. Look at him. And he pushes it forward. Just smart football players on these teams. No wonder they have the records they have and the tradition that they have behind them, Nick. Just playing like winners on both ends here.
Cruz, the junior, has been the bell cow with 5 carries in this first half. Here comes number 6 on a pitch. Looking to get around the corner. He's spun down after crossing the 15. Trying to get the number there. I think I got
it in a sec. Hold on.
I think it was Owen Wagner.
It is number 4.
Well, that's Dulac.
Yep. What a great tackle. I believe it was number 4, Nick. I could be wrong.
Sam Dulac was there.
He was there afterwards, but I think that was...
also Jackson Green in the area.
Yes. What does that tell you when you're naming off all those numbers?
Right.
That's defensive flow, pursuit to the ball.
Exactly. It tells you the pursuit was there. As we move inside of 4 minutes here. Cruz actually lost 2 on that one, so a 2nd and 12.
Yeah, that was a costly one right there. They've been flowing down the ball, but boy, Blue Hawks tightening up here in the red zone.
Londonderry had to settle for a field goal on their previous trip inside the 20. Handoff for Ball is a quick hit. And he's stopped by Green and company down where? At about the 13-yard line.
I would say. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. A field goal is points, no argument, but they really need a touchdown here, Nick, with 3:29. I don't know if Coach Lozon's trying to fire down the clock a little bit or not, but you got to be careful you don't lose that if that is the case. You don't want to be too emphasized on the clock. You got to get your playbook to the plays that work. So
Londonderry set to receive the opening kick to begin the third quarter as well.
He could be looking at the nature of how the Blue Hawks use time off the clock to get a touchdown, maybe trying to get it inside of 2 minutes here, but we'll see.
We're at 3 minutes now. Ogden going to look around here. 3 receivers set. 3rd down and 9. Takes the gun snap, throws over the middle. Paquette leaves his feet and does hang on for the touchdown.
Wow.
A beautiful strike. 12 yards through the air. It's Ogden to Paquette. And Londonderry makes it a one-score game again at 14-9.
Let me tell you, Sam did one heck of a job on that release. What he did was gave his receiver. He only had about a foot and a half of separation, Nick, but the quick release made it difficult. Look at the quick release here. Wham. And talk about going after the catch. Boy, grabbing these big frames, Nick, in these games. We talked about this last night. They have these assets in Villa, in Bowles. I'll think of more in a second. And you've got Graney on the other side. These guys are checking into these football games at key times.
So Ogden to Paquette for
Looks
a 12-yard
like they're going for
touchdown. And, yeah, we see Sam Ogden, who
although the holder
is Ogden as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Thompson is out there as the kicker. And now it looks like they are going to try to add one more here with 2:50 to go to make it a 4-point game.
Yeah, that was surprising when I...
Thompson able to connect earlier on a 37-yard field goal. It's his first extra point try of the night. The hold by Ogden, the kick by Thompson is up and good.
Nice kick.
So, Londonderry finds the answer through the air. A 12-yard strike from Sam Ogden to Mason Paquette. Extra point from Blake Thompson is good, and all of a sudden it's 14-10.
Yeah, now look at the release. Watch this. Just like a rocket. And he did ball the ball a little bit, but he was able to pull that in. The ball is just, I don't know if it's moving, but you look at the release right there. Very difficult to cover that if you're a defensive back.
And a good grab as well through the contact by Paquette. He's one of their basketball players as well. Able to use perhaps some of that skill there, positioning himself in front of the defender.
Well, we got a football game right now with 2:50 left. There's plenty of time here.
Exeter still with all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, and I believe Londonderry has 1. Jimmy has 1 left, and Coach Ball has all 3. So the Blue Hawks, Nick, can really make, with those 3 timeouts, they've got some opportunities where they still have the threat of the pass, Nick, or a downfield, tight pass, and they can stop the clock twice, actually 3 times, but I think he's going to want to save 1 if they can move it.
Thompson set to kick for Londonderry. 3 Blue Hawks back deep inside the 10-yard line. Thompson's kick is airborne. It's down the middle, tiptoeing up and dropping it. Recovering quickly is Batstone. Breaks the tackle at the 25 and is wrapped up
strong.
Just shy of the 30. Is Bull to bring down.
So strong.
4 Lancers on his back there, but still a pretty good return.
Yeah, number 52 from Exeter got up a little bit slow, Nick, Jackson Green, but looks like he's running off. He's going to be okay.
He's been one of their tackle leaders all season. And you're right, has a little bit of a hitch in his step.
Just got twisted down kind of the wrong way. I don't know if that's ankle or knee.
He was at the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, he's holding his knee. He just got a little twisted, so hopefully he's okay.
All right, so Exeter with 2:44 to work with, trying to add on to their 4-point lead before halftime. Mike Karen has been outstanding. 5 completions for the senior quarterback. He's under center here against a 5-man front. 1st and 10, handoff, Batstone, a hole left side, and again,
nice run.
Able to drag the defenders with him up to the 40-yard line for a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Yep.
Well, it's been Batstone splitting carries with Tyler Bland. In fact, Bland has outtouched him so far on direct handoffs anyway by a count of 5-3.
Mm-hmm.
And those two have really been a formidable 1-2 punch spearheading this ground attack for Coach Ball all year.
Yep.
We've seen more of that in this first half.
Give credit to this offensive line. We're doing a heck of a job. Very disciplined tonight, firing off low.
There's a pitch. Left side, Bland. Across the 40, but not much more. Going to be repelled back by a number of Lancers, including the linebacker. 52. Colby Walden in there. And Cooper Freitas as well.
Yep, let's take a look at this. I don't know who made the initial. I thought it was 52, Nick, but you may be right.
Well, they're going to give Exeter a pretty favorable spot, just over the 42.
Big down here.
3rd down and 2 after the 2-yard gain for Bland. Left side handoff, and this one is stopped.
I don't think he got it.
Well short.
Wow, Nick, I got to tell you, this is a big call for Coach Ball. It clearly looks like he's going to go for it. It's going to be about a 1.5 shot short. Excuse me.
It's Paul Binder down there making the play for Londonderry.
That was a big play, and Londonderry defensive line coming up big in this drive. This is, if he's gonna go, this is a very big situational play, Nick, in the game. This is maybe a play we remember when the game's over.
4th down and 1. 1 minute to go. Hard count here from Exeter, and a flag is going to fly. Based on the reaction, it looks like it's against Londonderry.
I didn't think he went over, but we're going to see it better here if we can slow it down. I didn't think he went over, but we've got a little bit of an off angle, so he very well could have.
See Walden passionately arguing the call. It's against Londonderry. It's a free Exeter 1st down.
Didn't see it.
Just the 2nd penalty against the Lancers in this first half, but that one very costly.
Very.
With just inside of 59 seconds remaining.
You want an opportunity to stop that, Nick. If you don't, so be it. But to just give it away like that, but it's a tough play.
So 1st and 10 from their own 48. Back to the air. Karen, pump fake, escapes the pocket, runs left, throws down the sideline. Dulac catches it, but he's out of bounds.
Yep.
Yeah, he had it for a second. It was knocked away, but he was a couple of feet outside of the boundary. Incomplete, and a 2nd and 10 coming.
This young quarterback here, Mr. Karen, Nick, he is not afraid to fall. He moves on his weak side extremely well. He's got great balance. To do that on your weak side, Nick, shows arm strength. Not a big fella, but I can tell you, he can fire a football down the field.
Yeah, listed at just 5'9", 150, but
into the wind.
He has.
Yeah, that's about right.
Played bigger than his size for sure.
He has good, can slide to the weak side really well, rolls out well.
2nd and 10. Now 50 seconds to go, first half.
Oh, what a hit.
Quick hitter, Bland, stopped in the hole.
Number 58.
Wrapped up by Colby Walden, who celebrates after the stop. He was pretty fired up after that. After that penalty a moment ago, he lets out some angst here with the tackle. So, just a 1-yard gain.
There's only 32 seconds left. Coach Ball's been letting the clock fire off here. He's still got 3 timeouts, but
he doesn't appear interested.
I don't think he's interested. I think he'll go into the half if you're watching it right here. Going to throw a ball, though.
3rd and 9. Karen, he's got plenty of time. Unleashes over the middle. It's incomplete. Trying to find Sam Dulac.
The body's flying everywhere there.
So, a 4th down now and 9. 17 seconds remain. And I'd imagine we'll see a punt coming up here from Exeter.
Yeah, I would say you would, and I think Coach Lozon will just need it. It will go into the half.
Again, Lancers will receive the second half kickoff.
May get a run back. That's about it.
It's Wheeler back deep for Londonderry. Senior speedster at the 11-yard line. Punt here from Raymond Plant, the junior. It's up in the air. It's right down the middle. It's going to take a bounce near the 25. And is handled there by Exeter. And about the 27-yard line. That leaves Londonderry with 9 seconds and 1 timeout from their own 27-yard line, officially.
Well, this has been a very entertaining and physical.
Yes.
I say the execution level on this, as far as the basics, the blocking and tackling, Nick, play calling, both quarterbacks have done a darn good job try to help their teams. 14-10.
Yeah.
There's a lot. What a second half we're going to have.
And a lot to get to at halftime. Full recap, stats, highlights, analysis, and the final regular season out-of-town scoreboard as well, as everybody in Division I in action tonight.
Absolutely.
All right, Ogden, on what should be the final play of the first half, is going to tuck, run, and roll up to
I think he called a timeout, Nick. Ogden got up, called a timeout, said, let's go for one more. Don't know if that was by design or he's just thinking ahead. I don't know.
He's got 1.9 seconds to work with.
The wind has changed. It was pretty much left to right as you're looking at the field, folks. But it's changed sort of like side to side now.
No, that's going to do it.
That's
for the first half.
Yep.
As Exeter got to like what they have seen so far. A 14-10 lead. They got on the board following an interception. Tyler Bland, a 29-yard run. Daniel Batstone has checked in with a 3-yard score of his own. Londonderry with points via the leg of Blake Thompson, a 37-yarder late in that first quarter. And then the Sam Ogden to Mason Paquette red zone connection, a 12-yard touchdown, accounts for the scoring. So 14-10 at halftime. Coming up, stats, highlights, full recap, out-of-town scoreboard, plus a peek in at the live entertainment on the field as the Exeter Marching Band getting set to perform. So all that and more coming up in just a moment. Halftime here at Bill Ball Stadium. Exeter with a 14-10 lead over Londonderry. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. Colonial Printing is family owned and celebrating 50 years of quality print services for New Hampshire businesses and can help yours as well. Whether it's creative design, digital or offset printing, or banners and signs, with state-of-the-art technology, unlimited industry sources, and the ability to think outside the box, Colonial Printing will help you get your job done. To see their full list of services, promo products, and portfolio, or to request an estimate, visit colonialprintingnh.com. That's colonialprintingnh.com.
band will conclude their performance, but first we want to acknowledge the senior members of the Blue Hawk Marching Band. Are we all set? All right, let's get to it. Lucia Bonafede, accompanied by her mother Kate, siblings Amelia, Sylvia, and Anderson.
Hit that a little bit and just talk to myself so I can get through it.
I want to hear you dance to yourself.
I do that too.
Next up, Amelia Buckley, accompanied by her dad, Joshua.
They might be. What'd you say, Mom? I'm sorry.
Next, Jack Deaver, accompanied by his parents, Mary Beth.
I missed it. Of course
Next,
not.
Henry Evans,
Why
accompanied by
would
his parents, Jennifer, Everett, and brother Charlie.
That must have been fabulous.
Next, Grace and Olivia Wayne, accompanied by their mom, Ginny.
Wow, these seniors are tiny.
Next, Lori Hurst-Geiler, accompanied by his parents, Tina and Richard, and siblings Leo, Rona, and
I
Vinny.
got the name wrong, but the other one was wearing a base
Yeah, because they just announced like all these people.
That was wrong.
Next up, Aiden Messier, accompanied by his parents, Margaret and Jennifer.
I know, Mom. What's all this smoke from? All them pitching, yeah.
Tyler Clinton, accompanied by his mom, Karen.
This way, that's why. She's
All right, back here in Exeter, it's halftime. We've got a one-score game. Exeter leading Londonderry 14-10 in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. A lot on the line here on the final weekend of the regular season. Exeter hoping to finish the campaign undefeated. They've already wrapped up the Eastern Conference and will have a bye in the first round of the 13-team Division I tournament, which begins next week. Londonderry, they win. They capture the Central Conference title. They earn themselves a bye. They lose tonight. Things get a lot more complicated.
It's murky, yeah.
And we'll take a look at that out-of-town scoreboard to try to provide some clarity. But let's focus on what happened in that first half. Exeter, they received the opening kickoff. They marched down the field but missed a field goal after Londonderry stiffened up in the red zone. However, Exeter, just 2 plays later, got the ball back via a Sam Ogden interception. Pass picked off by Jack Cavanaugh, and then just a play later, a 29-yard touchdown run by Tyler Bland put Exeter on the board. Extra point from Jonathan Adams was good. 7-0 Bluehawks, less than 4 minutes in. Later in that first quarter, Lancers found their answer via the leg of senior kicker Blake Thompson. He connected on a 37-yarder to make it a 7-3 game, and that was our score after one quarter. Exeter extended that lead. 3-yard touchdown rush from senior Daniel Batstone. 14-3 Exeter after Adams' extra point was again good. And then final 3 minutes, Londonderry, they find the connection. It seemed elusive most of that first half. Ogden to Paquette. Paquette able to hang on through traffic. A 12-yard touchdown, extra point from Thompson. Good. 14-10 our score. Exeter in the lead, but Londonderry set to receive the kick here to begin the third quarter.
Tackling's great, Nick. Both sides. Tackling's been terrific. Couple missed, but boy, for a whole half of football with these two teams, I'd say very, very good. Good defenses on both. 14-10, with a half of football, with an offenses that know how to move the football. I think this is just a matter of Exeter came out in the first quarter, Nick, just on fire. Not that Londonderry was flat, but Exeter really came out on fire, and that's, I think, the difference between the 14-10. If you look at the second quarter, you kind of see them climbing. Londonderry, the Lancers climbing back in it, Nick. So I mean, it was at one time 14-3. Londonderry comes back, 7-3, like you said, going over the score cap. And, Londonderry could feel a lot worse coming out here in the third quarter. They're going to receive the ball.
Yep.
And so they're going to have a possession with a one score inside of a one full score game with only 4-point separation. We're going to have ourselves a hell of a football game. To me, who made these coaches that you're seeing tonight as good as you're going to find? It's just that simple. Yeah. They understand the game of football in multiple layers deep on all three phases of the game. It's going to be very interesting to see the strategy, the discernment that they got from their assistant coaches, and putting that into a game plan in the second half. I think the coach, obviously execution, it's the players that do it on the field. Assuming that both of them do it and they follow through on that, Nick, I think it's who's going to make the best adjustments and looked across the field and say, okay, what are they doing? How can I counteract that? Offensively, defensively, special teams. That's just that close, Nick, between these two great coaches. I can't wait to watch it unfold.
Some of the unofficial numbers from that first half. Exeter senior quarterback Michael Caron, 5 completions for 97 yards. The long came on his first pass attempt, a 36-yard completion to tight end Tyler Graney. And his counterpart Sam Ogden did throw the interception but rallied back with that 12-yard touchdown toss of his own. He has 3 completions for 3 for 38 and 66 rushing yards as well, which included the longest play from scrimmage for Londonderry, a 38-yard scramble. Rushing the football, Adrian Cruz, the junior running back for Londonderry, 7 carries for 30 yards. The sophomore Jordan Ball, 3 for 10. And on the Exeter side, they were led by Tyler Bland, 44 yards on 7 carries. Batstone, despite scoring, held somewhat in check in that first half, just 4 yards on 4 carries.
Yep.
Again, all these numbers are, of course, unofficial. All right, Steve, out-of-town scoreboard watch. We've got an upset in the making. Not sure exactly where this game is even being played, but with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, Goffstown leads Nashua South 14-6.
Wow.
The Purple Panthers just suffered their first loss last weekend against
That
Bedford.
could have some huge implications.
And my sources on the ground saying that South is playing to win with their starters. So this one, an upset in the making, perhaps. Goffstown hogging the football with over a
10-minute
drive in that third quarter.
You've done a good job revitalizing the program. These kids play hard.
So Goffstown looking for their third win, leading South in the fourth quarter 14-6 with about 10 minutes to play. Memorial and Timberlane are tied at halftime. That one low scoring as well. In Plastow, 6-6. Our halftime score there. Memorial is already in. Timberlane hoping to keep whatever hope they have alive with their
never
third
know in
win.
week 9, do you?
Never know. Salem blanking Concord right now, 14-0. Early in the second quarter. Still a lot of game left to be played there.
Gotta get ready if you're going to play them.
And then down the road, here on the Seacoast, Winnicunnet, a 21-7 halftime lead at Dover.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Exeter set to kick off. Londonderry with their diamond formation, awaiting this long Adams kick, which ends up again in the end zone as a touchback.
Yeah, nice job there by measuring that kick from number 6 to Nick. Looks like
it's Ethan Wheeler decided to let it go.
But he measured it very, very well. That's good thinking. He knew would it cleared him, it'd be in the end zone. So
one other D1 score to get to, Steve. Merrimack leading Bishop Girton midway through the third quarter. That's a 12-7 lead for Coach Jackson's
another surprise.
Tomahawks.
Yeah.
And Merrimack, again, a team trying to get in at the last minute with their third win. If
they're feeling it.
All right, first down and 10.
Boy, we got a good one here.
As Ogden and Londonderry looking to reclaim the lead. Starting from their own 20 with a pitch on first down. Here he comes. It's Cruz. And he's upended at about the 25-yard line after a gain of 5. Big collision there.
I think Jack Kavanaugh just took a real hit there. Took the brunt of that. He broke down for the tackle, but he just kind of went back a little unorthodox.
Get a look at the replay.
Is that
there.
Cruz?
It was Cruz.
Yeah, he
kind of came over the top of the
came
tackler.
over the top. Yep.
And Kavanaugh paid the price, but as we know, he's tough as nails. He's at the top of the screen.
He is tough as nail. He won't come out.
Paquette. Second down and 5. Lancers.
What a hit.
They're going to lose yardage.
Batstone.
Ball. Saw that play blow up. The sophomore, no chance as Batstone and company were there on the edge.
It's almost like he read it ahead.
No gain there for the
Watch
sophomore.
this, folks. You want to see a linebacker read and react quickly. Look at that. Wow, he was in the backfield
immediately.
I don't know if there was a misassignment there on the offensive line or
Ball lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
Lucky to hold on to that football. That's not easy to do when you get hit as you're getting the ball.
Third down and 5.
Wind really coming up.
Lancers hoping to get to the 30-yard line. Exeter would love to force a 3-and-out. Ogden going to take his time, survey the line. He's got 4 defenders in front of him. Going to fake the handoff, backpedal, throws a short pass. Paquette comes back to make the catch for the first down.
As a play you're going to remember.
Great adjustment there by the senior who signals first down as Londonderry moves the sticks.
Well, Paquette, we talked about these guys last night, these big receivers, Nick, and they are checking into this game on both sides. Nice rush there by number 71 from Exeter, Nick.
Bateman.
Bateman. What a terrific job there, but got in Ogden's face, but he was able to fight. Look, it almost left his hands into number 57. Here we go.
Got a first and 10.
He pulled it in.
Now with 3 catches for 28 yards. That included that touchdown late in the first half. Quick hitter up the middle. Lancers hoping to push the pile. The officials yet to blow this one dead. Now they do.
He's going to get 4 yards out of that.
Yeah, they're going to spot him somewhere between the 38 and 39 maybe.
Yeah.
This one right on the 38.
Got the temperature dropping here pretty quickly right now. I think it's dropped about 5 or 6 degrees, Nick. But I don't think the football players are feeling cold in the field. I think they're pretty warmed up. The speed and intensity of this game, we'll see if they air it out here.
Well, they actually got 4 on that.
They did.
So 2nd and 6.
What a run.
Up the middle. Here he comes. Cruz, first down and then some.
Boy.
Going to bull his way to midfield. Cruz somewhat held in check in that first half. 7 carries for 30 yards, but
you could see
running with abandon here.
You could see him towards the second quarter, Nick. He was improving, getting through the line quicker. Look at the speed in which he knifes his way through the hole, and he doesn't stop there. It takes 2 guys to bring him down, and they're going backwards.
He's got 21 yards in this drive already.
Yep.
On just 3 carries. 3 minutes gone by in this third quarter.
So looking for blocking. A good Londonderry doing a good job. They look like they're firing off the line a little bit better.
High formation this time. It's going to be a quarterback sneak as Ogden looks to find a crevice up front.
You got about 3 or 4.
Yeah, he's into Blue Hawk territory at the Exeter 48. 3-yard gain.
Yeah, anytime you can get 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, Nick, with a 5 or 6 yard gain, looks to me like they backed it out down to around 3 yards, Nick.
Yeah.
Exeter looking to get the crowd into the game.
Yeah, you can hear the Blue Hawk fans starting to stomp on the aluminum bleachers here on the near side. They've got their student section standing, dressed in black, to our left, trying to hype up this home crowd. Ball up the middle, falls on his back.
Yep.
Where? At about the 46-yard line. Only a gain of 2 there.
Yep. So it's going to be
3rd and 4. Maybe 4.5.
Yep.
Wagner giving credit for the stop. So officially just a 2-yard gain there for Ball. Well, of course, no Carson Palma tonight. I misspoke back in the first half. I called Cruz Palma, apparently.
Yeah, I saw that on the chat room there. Thank you for that, folks.
But Cruz seemingly has been able to absorb that production himself here, with Ball being kind of the Robin to Cruz's Batman. Here is Ball. Not going to find the first down marker. Only a 2-yard gain on 3rd down.
Yeah, nothing there.
So 4th and 3 on the way. And it's decision time for Coach Lozon.
I'm surprised in that play call, Nick, to be honest with you. It looked to me like they've kind of had that covered. I think he's going to play position football, field position football.
Looks like Londonderry is going to bring on the punting unit.
No.
Or is Ogden? No, it's a fake. It's just a personnel switch. Ogden is still there, and he's ready to take the snap under center. Exeter with 5 down linemen. Ogden's head on a swivel here. And now does indeed take the snap. 4th down. They call his number. He goes left. He cuts it up, lowers the shoulder, and that's going to be very close.
I think he's short. Nick.
Trying to find the 41-yard line. They're going to spot him at about the 42.
Yeah, and it looks like he's down, Nick. That would be a huge, costly injury if that's the case. They're going to have an official's timeout.
So Ogden's still down on his back here. Not a good sign.
He's going to get up, though.
For Londonderry. Remember, he was a game-time decision unofficially. He's been battling injuries late in the year. Certainly has played well tonight.
You're going to see it here on replay if we can get that again. He just ran into a wall, Nick. You're going to see it here if we can slow it down a little bit as he makes his cut up field. Nice fake. They did a good job. Yeah, it just wasn't there. That is an outstanding effort by number 32, I believe, Nick. Bland from Exeter. Just a great job plugging that hole, and it looks like he's up.
And then Green finished him off, and Ogden is up and is able to walk off under his own power. So that's a great sign for Londonderry.
That is a big stop there by the Blue Hawks, Nick. This defense has really been doing a great job reading. And that's not an easy thing to do against this team, the Lancers, and they just came up big right there.
The game shortened a bit as well. 5.5 taken off.
Wow.
The clock on that drive. So Exeter will touch the ball for the first time in this third quarter as we approach the midway point already. Handoff, Kavanaugh, ball's out, but he was down.
Number 70 from Londonderry.
Kuchar may have poked it loose, but I think they're going to rule Kavanaugh down before the ball came out.
But how about Kuchar? He's playing himself one heck of a game tonight. Look at that. Able to get separation. Let's take a look at this. Boy, I thought he was down when he fumbled, but I don't know. I looked at this again. Yeah, that looks like it jarred out as his back hit the ground.
Kuchar, another tackle up front. He's been indisposable as the nose tackle, the nose guard, whatever the front. It seems like he's lined up opposite center no matter what.
That play where he chased down the run in the first half was incredible.
It may have saved the touchdown.
Yes.
2-yard gain on that previous run, and now a 2nd and 8.
They got
and a little confusion here, and Majarian is going to make them pay as Karen seemingly missed the handoff there. What happened, Steve?
Yeah, I don't know, but it looked to me like the right guard or right tackle, I couldn't see it, was caught out of the corner of my eye, moved on that early, but obviously the official said he's down there, and boy, he got met square. Wow. Good contained tackle right there.
Majarian has played well, the sophomore linebacker.
But this young man, Mr. Karen, I got to tell you, he's a tough kid.
Yeah. We'll see if they let him throw here on 3rd and 10. Out of the T formation. Straight drop, throw right side. Dulac with the catch, and it's a first down.
Talk about measuring the sticks as a receiver, Nick.
He got in front of the defensive back, Javion Teeter.
But that is one heck of a pass route, knowing exactly where he's supposed to be in that situation. Sam Dulac checking into this game on both sides of the ball, Nick, multiple times. But that is just cerebral route running right there. He measured the marker. He got a yard past it, and he held his ground. That's just a terrific play.
Good for 11.
Good for 11. Got to tell you, Michael Karen is just really impressing me tonight, Nick.
He's over 100 yards through the air now, 6 completions for 108 yards. Here's a pitch on 1st and 10, and Bland, who has been the leading ball carrier tonight for Exeter, going to work his way down to the
5
42.
Yards. That's what Coach Ball wants, Nick, right there, that 2nd and 5.
He gets 5 yards on 1st down. Bland, 44 yards on 7 carries in that first half. It's his first carry of this third quarter.
Yep.
And it comes with 4 minutes to go. Officially went for 4 there, so 2nd down and 6. If you're just joining us, Exeter led by as many as 11 back in that first half. It was 14-3, a touchdown for Tyler Bland, a touchdown for Daniel Batstone. Made it an 11-point margin early. Londonderry able to score just before halftime to make it 14-10, but came away empty after a lengthy drive.
What a catch!
Great job here by Graney.
Concentration.
They're going to rule it a catch at the 34-yard line. Bobbled it initially, but pulled it in with one hand.
He just yanked his leg and went down. I didn't like the looks of that, Nick. If you look at the concentration on Graney in this play, they can ill afford to lose him. But he went down and his knee kind of buckled. Hopefully he is okay because he has played his heart out today. He's going to get up, though, so that's a good sign right there. He just buckled it. So I'm sure he'll get some medical attention, and he's walking better as he gets off the field. You know, this is the time for these guys. This is showtime for these guys. You do not want to see these guys go out of the game on either team. He has played his heart out tonight. And
comes on the heel of a 14-yard catch, his 3rd grab tonight.
I hope he was watching I hope Tyler was watching Gridiron last night because we predicted it, Nick.
He's been the go-to receiver.
That he was going to be a big factor in the game.
3 catches, 66 yards.
And he's done all of that.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Little bit of movement up front. Yep, they're going to get Dulac, the tight end, on the left side.
That's the first time they've really blinked, Nick. Is that the first offensive motion penalty?
Well, it's their 4th penalty overall. And
they had a holding, I know that.
They had a block in the back as well.
Yeah.
All this in the first half.
But, I mean, as far
and
as...
of course, they kicked one out of bounds on special teams. So this is the first pre-snap penalty
that's
of the night against Exeter.
That's pretty disciplined right there in a game like this, Nick, where both of that the opposite line, whoever you're playing, is good on both of these teams. That's pretty darn disciplined right there.
Yeah,
so.
the officials, for the most part, have been relatively invisible tonight.
Very much.
As we mentioned,
Doing
only
a good
4
job.
accepted penalties against Exeter, just 2 against Londonderry. Kavanaugh, right side run. He's going to be wrapped up near side.
Yeah, number
it's the
41.
Lancers' Cam Ayotte.
You want
senior with the tackle.
Take a look here at Cam getting separation. Now watch this. Watch Cam. He's there. He busts through, and instead of waiting and catching, he goes and gets it done.
Holds Kavanaugh to 5 there.
5. It was only a yard, right?
Yeah. we got a 2nd and 14. And again, this clock moving. Quick moving third quarter.
This has been like a rocket ship.
Coming down to 2 minutes.
Very
here.
little stoppage, Nick, here. I don't think we've had more than 1 or 2 plays with stoppage.
Blandon Kavanaugh behind Karen, who's under center. 4-man front for Londonderry. 2nd down at 14. Batstone in motion. Karen going to roll right. Plants the feet, throws. This one is tipped. It's up in the air, and it's incomplete.
Well, I got nervous
two
there about a
different
collision.
Lancers had a chance at it, both Walden and then also Matt Luongo, but neither could rescue it before it hits the turf. So it's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 14.
Yeah, he had a heck of a rush. And this is where, when you're not tall, that it's really difficult. There's Mr. Kuchar again. This kid is playing his heart out tonight. You got to be very, very proud.
Got his left arm on that pass.
If you're a family or friends of this guy has played, never come off the field, Nick, both sides.
3rd and 14.
What a terrific game he's playing.
First down marker is just inside the 25. Karen escapes to his left, eyes downfield. Now will tuck and run. Still alive at the 30 before he's pushed out of bounds. Well shy of that first down marker. So they get some of it back, but still a 4th and 5 on the way.
Yeah, I think in this situation, I think you're going to see him go for it. Why not? With that kind of gain, Nick, you're down inside the 30-yard line or just on the 30-yard line. I think you're going to see Coach Ball go for this. Why would you punt, really? You don't. The risk versus the reward is worth it. So what? You wind up giving the ball back in the 30-yard line or wherever you can gain. So
they're going to go for it.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play.
Karen, a quick exchange with the longtime head coach Bill Ball. And he's ready to go with the rest of his teammates. Final minute, 46 here of the third quarter. Exeter trying to keep this drive alive.
Big play.
Out of the T formation, 4-man front, Kavanaugh in motion. Karen going to throw, and there's the catch. It's Dulac at the 10, weaves his way down to the 7-yard line. We saw that exact pass pattern back in the first quarter. It works here in the third.
Yep.
A gain there of what, about 13 and a first down.
Michael Karen is playing a terrific game. He's cool. He comes off the field after making a big play. No big fancy celebration. His number one job at that point and his goal is to get on the sidelines, talk to his coach, get a play to go in. Okay, coach, what's your mission now? I'm going to go in and do it. Really like the maturity of this young man. Not a big fella, but boy, cerebrally, he is tremendous.
7 completions, none bigger than that one there. Handoff on 1st and 10. Kavanaugh, he's upended.
Yep.
Pretty good tackle there, offered up by Ethan Wheeler. Got him below the waist.
Yep.
Kavanaugh ruled down just shy of the 15 after a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 as we enter the final minute of this third quarter still.
Yep.
The same score on the board that we saw at halftime, 14-10 Exeter.
Yep.
Officially 2nd and 8 coming up. Exeter undefeated, trying to stay that way. Hoping to reopen up a 2-score lead. Karen rolls right, throws, and it's caught by Grady for the touchdown. Excellent job. A contested ball. The big 6'4" tight end able to wrestle it away, and he's in the end zone. Exeter extends the lead to 20-10.
Talked about it last night. I keep saying it, Nick. This guy is going to check in, and boy, he's checked in. Gone out for halftime. Pretty much filled up a game's worth of production in a halftime. Now he's going to come out and get more. He is something else.
And it's Adams on for the extra point as we get a look at that replay.
Michael Karen delivering.
Yep. Extra point from Adams. Up and good. Coach Ball clapping his hands, liking what he sees there. He rolls the dice on 4th down, keeps the drive alive, and then it's that Karen to Graney connection that brings Exeter home.
Coach Ball has a game plan you put into place. Are you guys going to execute? Here it is. This is my game plan. Go get it done, and they're doing it. And nothing more satisfying for a coach than that, to see those guys out there executing at a high level. This team's on fire right now. And we got, 2:11 left in the third quarter. We basically got
21 seconds.
21 seconds, excuse me. I'm sorry. So we got a little over 12 minutes to play in this game. Londonderry down by 2 scores. or 1.5, whatever, 11 points.
2-score game.
Yep.
Lancers had the football. They nearly killed off 6 minutes of clock with a lengthy drive that ended in a punt, and Exeter goes the other way. They take off nearly the same amount of time.
But all started,
cash
Nick, with a 4th down stand by Exeter, Nick, stopping Londonderry a 1.5 before. So
Right.
Wow, this one's going to go deep.
Yeah, bounced over the head. Somebody touched it, so that's a live football. Malik trying to get across the 10 and gets sliced down at about the 12.
They're geared up right now. Fans are into it, Nick. This Exeter crowd is really energized right now. You can feel the electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Student section. But it's not just them, Nick. It's the whole home end here.
Lancers need a response. Second time tonight they've trailed by 11. Just inside of 14 seconds now to go in this third quarter. Blue Hawks have never trailed tonight. Got on the board with a 29-yard touchdown run from Tyler Bland and have played with the lead ever since. Here's Alex Villa. We see him for the first time. Takes over for Sam Ogden as quarterback. Hands up the middle, and here he comes again. Another good run for Adrian Cruz. That's close.
Racking up yardage.
But not quite a first down. A 9-yard carry to set up 2nd and 1, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Exeter adds to their lead. Can they hold it? Or does Londonderry come back to spoil the undefeated regular season? We find out next. A lot on the line over the final 12 minutes. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Londonderry with work to do here on the road as we begin the fourth quarter. Exeter leading the Lancers 21-10 in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Alex Villa, the senior, going to use that big frame to his advantage, goes up the middle and rattles off about 7 yards to the 30-yard line for a Londonderry first down.
I'm surprised he hasn't been used more, Nick, to run the ball, to be honest with you. He is very difficult to bring down. He may be tall, but he has got a frame on him. When he lowers that body, he is a catapult, and it's very difficult, and he's punishing. Yeah. He wins the battle 95% of the time when he runs the ball.
He's actually listed at 6'5", 215 pounds.
Yeah.
The first 3 quarters belonged to his classmate, Sam Ogden, but he went down and stayed down after a big hit towards the end of that third quarter. We have not seen him since, so Villa has taken over. Meanwhile, we have a flag here.
Costly. Very costly.
And indeed, it's going to cost the Lancers 5 yards. Just their third penalty tonight.
But if you're going to have it, Nick, you want it to happen on first down. You want to know what you got ahead of you on first down, so be 1st and 15. But you're in your own zone, and you're just outside of your red zone, and really got to make sure that
it's the first penalty against Londonderry since halftime. 3 for 20.
That can be from a different quarterback, a little different cadence.
4 penalties for 35 yards against Exeter. Second down, 1st and 15, minute gone by, fourth quarter. Handoff, trying to spin his way out of it, and doing so is Adrian Cruz. He's been the workhorse tonight. Gets back near the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's been a big light for a bright light for Londonderry. He just runs with such fierce, and drive, leg drive, and he understands that when you got a blockers in front of you against a good defensive line, Nick, you've got to get through the line quickly because you can only hold those blocks against equal opponents so long. Cruz knows that, and he gets it done.
Averaging just over 5 yards a carry tonight, 66 total yards on 12 carries. Here is Villa, pulls it back, trying to stretch this to the sideline. Not going to happen, says Exeter's Ryan Marr. Got him below the ankle. It's a loss of 5, and now a 3rd and long on the way with 2 minutes gone by in this fourth
You're going to
quarter.
see here, he does a great job of playing the contain route. He understood it, and he played just wide enough to come in and make the tackle. Look at the lateral movement to the side, and that's why he was able to sweep the legs like that. Look at the lateral movement you're going to see with him. Look at it. Right there. Look at that hip square. That's why he made that tackle. He turns those hips, it's over. Villa's around the corner. That's just, and that doesn't happen by accident. That happens by teaching all season long how to tackle properly.
Ryan Marr has played well out of that secondary as he makes a second open field tackle there for the Lancers. Now a 3rd and 14. Villa going to throw. He's got time. He comes near side. He's got a man. It is caught.
What a pass.
Great overhead catch by Marshall. His second grab. He's in Exeter territory after a big pickup through the air there of 31 yards.
This game has all the excitement, Nick, you can ask for. Of all of a sudden you think Londonderry's down. Villa throws a strike wide outside the hash marks on the numbers, and downfield he goes. Now they're on the 44-yard line of the Blue Hawks. What a change of events.
Flip field position there.
Big players make big plays.
In big games. And it's a big game.
Whoa, Nick, very good there.
For both players. You like
Nick,
that?
That's just coming up on the flank here.
All right, Villa, after that 29-yard completion, takes the gun, snap, calls his own number, goes up the middle, and crosses the 40. Down to about the 38 before he's undercut by Tyler Bland, a gain there of 7.
Boy,
Second and 3
the fans out here live are getting their money's worth. I hope you folks are enjoying our broadcast at home. With that, become a subscriber. If you're out there, we love to expand our subscriber base and get you good football every single week. So go on FNLNH Media. Do a search on that. We'll come right up and hit the bell icon, and you'll get notifications only with our live broadcasts of when they're coming up. Love to have you join us.
We'll be busy next week. As we know, playoffs are here.
Yeah.
Month of November, week number 9 of the regular season concluding tonight statewide. And, of course, we'll break down the tournament field coming up on our Thursday show, FNL Gridiron, Thursday at 6 Eastern. Play action pass for Villa on 2nd down. He's got another man.
He is firing it.
Good catch along the sideline. Paquette makes his 4th grab of the game, and Londonderry now in the red zone at the Exeter 17-yard line.
Well, one of the things Coach Lozon did last year is had four quarterbacks that just kept on cheering. And, boy, right now you could tell, I mean, Sam got his bell rung pretty good there. Couple times went down. And, obviously, you need Sam Ogden to be healthy here for playoff season. So he brings in Villa, who's an accomplished quarterback himself because of the reps that he's built in him last year feeding into this year, and he's getting it done right now.
Great point. Part of that 4-man quarterback carousel that carried Londonderry all the way to the championship round a year ago. Villa, left side, cuts it up the sideline, and I think is tackled, inbounds, inside the 15 at about the 13-yard line. A gain of 4 there for the 6'5".
Well, I mean,
senior.
every time you do your scoreboard report, Nick, during our games all year, and we've been someplace else, and you always see Londonderry down by 7, tied to score, up by 2 at halftime. The second half's been good to them. But they're playing the Blue Hawks but they're moving the ball right now. What a game. What a game.
They trailed tonight 14-10 at the break. Now down 21-10. Villa, after the pump fake, guns it into the end zone. A little too strong for Paquette.
Yeah,
and incomplete.
Very catchable ball there, Nick. Really want to pull that down. Villa did a nice head fake, and then Paquette slid out. So Paquette did everything except the last thing and pull it. It's a tough catch, actually. That ball, like you said, Nick, that was a dart. So
yeah, that's a
little
velocity.
higher than I originally thought. But nice job by Paquette sliding out and getting it open and working off the head fake of Villa.
So now, Londonderry facing a 3rd and 5. We'll see what Coach Lozon has in mind. He directly communicates with Villa, as he does with all his quarterbacks.
Well, a field goal, Nick, puts him within 8.
Yep.
So
makes it a one-score game.
We'll see what they do here.
Now Villa going to double check with the sideline. Yep, and now it looks like an audible has been called. Receiver each side. Cruz behind Villa. 5-man front for Exeter. 3rd and 5. Handoff. No, they're going to keep it with Villa, and he's swallowed up on the edge.
This defense has really come up strong.
That's Dulac leading the charge for Exeter.
What a game he's playing.
On both sides of the football. So, Villa with forward progress is marked down just inside the 15.
Look at this penetration. Yeah, I think he might have been better letting go of that ball, Nick, and giving it to Cruz, because Cruz would have been through the hole. Chose to keep it.
And they lose a yard.
So
4th and 6. And here comes Thompson back out for what should be a 31-yard field goal. He connected back in the first quarter from 37 yards out. This to make it an 8-point game and a 1-score game. As we hit the midway point, 4th quarter. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up and no good. It is low, it is left, it is no good. Thompson upset seemingly as he heads to the sideline. It's rare that you don't see the kick unit cash in for Londonderry, but that one,
it just came off.
Was no good.
Came off of the, let's see what the hold looked like. Looked pretty good, Nick, the hold.
Not sure if it was tipped, perhaps. Something not right either way.
It looked like the leg just kind of swept to the right and kicked it right. So 6:15 left. They got to have a defensive stop here, Nick.
Lance is hoping for a 3-and-out. Exeter will look to grind down this clock.
Yes.
6 minutes and change remaining in regulation.
And we all know they're good at that.
Handoff up the middle, and look out. It's Bland, a first down and then some. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle made there by Matt Luongo, but not before a big Exeter gain on the ground.
These 3 backs have just been phenomenal, Nick. Coach Ball's got a lot of resources he can use, but it never happens unless this Blue Hawk offensive line gets it done, and they are getting it done tonight. If you look at the symmetry in which they went off the ball on that last replay, they are firing at all cylinders. And right now, these are critical yards that they're getting to change field position. So with a good punt, it's going to push Londonderry back if this keeps going on.
Lancers will blitz in response. A pitch to Bland is going to lose yardage.
Yeah, they help themselves there.
The senior trying to find some room to his left, but a well-timed blitz prevented that. In fact, Exeter going to back up 3 yards, so 2nd down and 13 coming, but Exeter, I guess, okay with it. Clock ticking down towards the 5-minute mark now.
Took it away from me. I was going to steal your clock. Tick, tick, tick.
Tick, tick, tick.
Yep.
How about Bland tonight, Steve? 60 yards even on 10 carries.
Played a tremendous game. The balance in this offensive running attack is tremendous. And then you got Graney to throw to.
Yeah, he's had success through the air, and so has Kavanaugh. Another catch. And a good run after the grab is going to move the sticks for Exeter. They needed 12. They get 13 through the air there.
It's execution, Nick. These receivers on this Blue Hawk team are just so aware of the distance on the field to the sticks that they need to get. How many times have we seen that tonight? Like you said, they need 12, they get 13. How many times have we seen these receivers just hit it just right, button hook around, the ball's in the air from Karen? This is a well-oiled machine we're seeing tonight.
Karen now with 9 completions to his credit. And more importantly for Exeter, managing the game with the lead here in the 4th quarter as we tick down towards 4 minutes to go. Exeter can smell it. An undefeated season. A win tonight would finish up the year at 9-0. Again, they're already penciled in for a bye. As we see a loss here, Bland is planted by Paul Binder.
Yep.
About a yard in the backfield, 2nd down and 11. So we knew Exeter was going to have the weekend off next week.
Yep.
But at 9-0, came into tonight knowing that if they won, they had an outside chance at perhaps the top overall seed, depending on what happens.
Semifinals would be here, Nick, and that's something else right there.
Right. So either way.
Again, I'm not pushing it down the road. They got to get to the semifinals.
And, of course, last year,
but
Steve,
it certainly opens the door for you.
Last year, a little bit of an anomaly. We saw 3 teams go 9-0 during the regular season. We may see if Bedford can win in Keene tonight and Exeter holds on here, we would have 2 9-0 teams going in.
A first down here, Nick, is really, even with the 3 timeouts, you can't afford to lose them because you need them if you get an onside kick or what have you. Because the only thing we're looking at here is really any possibility would be a 3 or 7 or 3 or 8. one or the other comes, whatever comes first. But coach has got to keep those timeouts. Coach Lozon does, and if they're able to get a first down here, it's really going to put the percentage that you're almost,
They go from bad to worse.
Yeah, it just goes from bad to worse.
3 minutes to go, 3rd down and 7.
Exeter riding high.
Exeter trying to get to the Londonderry 45. Karen fakes the handoff, pays the price. Yep, Walden and Majarian are there, and now Coach Lozon will use his first timeout with a 4th down coming up here, 2:50 to go.
The official, Nick, was turned sideways away from Coach Lozon, and Coach Lozon lost about 5 or 6 seconds there because he was calling it back around 2:44, yelling it out. But the official is obviously watching the play, so.
All right, our broadcast tonight brought to you by Beals Insurance, locations in Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance. Get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By the New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NHTomahawks.com and also girls.NHTomahawks.com. And finally by Colonial Printing. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Start your next project today at colonialprintingnh.com. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Exeter came up with the game's only takeaway in that first half, helped them build up a 14-3 lead in the second quarter. They led Londonderry 14-10 at halftime, extended that lead to 21-10 late in the third quarter, and have held off Londonderry so far in this fourth quarter. We're inside of 3 minutes to go. Exeter will punt the football on 4th and 11. Their junior punter, Raymond
they gave a good
Plant,
bid at it.
Barely gets it off.
Did that get ticked?
It may have. It rolls out of bounds at the Londonderry 36-yard line.
Well, they put a full stop effort on there to block that punt. I'm not sure. If we can slow this a little bit, if possible.
I'm not sure, but either way, Londonderry with 2 timeouts remaining.
Great work, Ben.
Is going to.
No, it just kicked right to the left. It was not tipped.
All right, so 1st and 10.
But that arms in the air, Nick, may have distracted him a little bit.
Yeah. So Villa comes on. And speaking of, it was Villa who nearly blocked it.
Yep, and don't forget, he's got 3 timeouts.
2.
Right, he used one, one. I'm sorry. 2 timeouts, so he can stop it once and then.
He's got 2 receivers to his left. Villa back in for his second series, took over for the injured Sam Ogden. Throws on 1st and 10. It's behind Paquette and incomplete.
That may have been tipped.
It may have. Sam Dulac was in the passing lane there for Exeter. We'll stop the clock with 2:40. And again, Villa over to that far sideline for a word with Coach Lozon. Well, Londonderry with a loss. And again, nothing in stone here over the final 2:40, but if they do suffer their second in-state defeat tonight, that would open up a whole other can of worms in terms of the seedings.
I let you and Ben do that.
We'll have an eye on what Pinkerton's doing, what Salem is doing, what Alvern is doing out of town tonight. So a lot to get to with our out-of-town scoreboard.
Oh!
This one is picked off by Green. The linebacker with a good overhead interception. There's a flag on the return that ends up at the 26-yard line. Green has been all over the place tonight defensively, and perhaps fittingly comes up with the game's second turnover.
You're going to get a personal foul, but I believe, Nick, it may have been, probably was after the interception. Looked to me like a personal foul here, a hit in the back.
Yeah, the flag.
And that can happen on interception. It just it's reactionary. You got offensive players doing suddenly having to become defense.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. You nailed it. A block in the back on the return. Coach Ball, very interested in the explanation. You can see him out there on the field.
Yep.
But his team comes up with their second
he's not
interception
happy about that.
Defensively.
Yeah, look, this is why they're winners. He's really upset right now. He's in great position to win the game and in control, but yet understands, Coach Ball does, how good you have to be to get to the end. And I really admire that. If you saw him, Nick, really telling his players, we've got somebody getting stretched. Okay, just getting stretched over here. But Coach Ball all over
the response there.
So,
All right, so 2:30 to go.
Stay cool.
His team going to take over. There is still a player down, as Steve mentioned. I can't get the number.
Yeah, cramped up. I think it's number 8. Number 9. Oh, it's Kavanaugh. No, it is number 8.
No, it's 9.
No, it's
right.
9. Is it Kavanaugh?
It's Kavanaugh.
Yeah, okay, well.
And he's been outstanding tonight. Had an interception defensively. He's chipped in with 3 catches on offense, a number of carries out of the backfield. As we know, he's one of their more important players. But good news, it looks like he's in good spirits.
I tried to be a good spotter
sideline
for you tonight, Nick.
Oh, always.
But I failed on that one.
Well, understandable, especially given the type of lettering that Exeter has.
Yep.
It can be indistinguishable between number 8 and number 9.
Good-looking uniforms, though.
Yeah, I do like them. Handoff. Is that Bland again? Been busy tonight. No, it's Batstone this time.
Yeah,
Only
Batstone.
a yard. And we'll see how hard, Coach Lozon wants to go here. He's going to use his second time out.
Talk a little bit about this after the game, Nick. Do you have to do credits, or are we good?
We're good.
Okay. One of the things that you can see with Exeter right now is that Exeter isn't just Danny Batstone. Exeter for the running attack. He's got Kavanaugh. He's got Bland.
Bland has outcarried him 2-1 tonight.
Right, but that's what you want in a game like this because they have to. The linebacker core, defensive core have to honor Batstone to such a degree. I think Coach Ball's done a masterful job tonight, calling the play, getting his other backs into the game, recognizing the pursuit on Batstone. But I think what you saw tonight with this young quarterback. Well, he's high school. I mean by that. This kid is played with a kind of discipline and maturity that you really need your quarterback to have, and this team is running on all cylinders right now, and they've played an extremely tight game. And Coach Ball, just short of perfection, still isn't satisfied because he understands, as I said earlier, how good you've got to be to get to the dance.
Karen tonight, 9 completions, 148 yards through the air, unofficial. Here's a pitch. And it's Bland, breaks a tackle at the 45, carves out a couple more before he's repelled by Walden.
I like the fact that Londonderry's given nothing here. They're coming up hitting strong.
They're going to use their final timeout here. Cooper Freitas,
their tackle
along
core,
with Walden in on the play.
Their tackle core has been very diminished tonight, Nick. They've been basically running 3 guys both ways the whole game, and because they have to because of some injuries. But take nothing away from the Exeter Blue Hawks game plan and the execution of that game plan and the performance. 4 quarters here of football you're seeing from these Blue Hawks. Again, they always have a solid team every single year, but this team's really firing right now. And you want to get stronger as the season goes on. And coming back, I still contend playing Memorial, tough, tight game, then going to Portland, Maine, beating them. So proud of these New Hampshire teams going out of state, Nick, taking on good opponents and beating them. It just shows you how good our football program is.
On my face.
Yeah, it
sure.
absolutely does me too. Very proud of all of our kids across the state, the jobs they do. But this team is
well, we asked Coach Ball that.
Strong as ever.
Last night, that interview is still up on our YouTube channel at FNLNH Media. He said he doesn't like to compare this team or any of his teams to any of his other teams. Of course, he's been here for decades. I suppose that's an effort to keep this group focused and humble, but I think there is some truth to that. This may be one of the more dangerous, so to speak, teams we've seen from Exeter over the past decade as they look for their first Division I title since they did it back-to-back in 2011 and 2012.
Well, what you need is always, which they have every single year, put together the best offensive line possible that they can with the personnel they have. They got a good group of offensive linemen. Second thing you need with the T is the backs that they have, Nick, which are wide. They're just so diverse. They run different styles, but they all produce. They're very difficult. And then the big other item is big number 80, Tyler Graney. You've got to have a tight end on play action that you can hit the seams with, and they've got all that this year.
Graney outstanding tonight, 4 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. And now Exeter will use their first timeout with 1:26 remaining. The offense facing a 4th down and 1 at the Lancer 37-yard line. Now $1:26 remaining on the fourth quarter game clock.
Coach Ball, Nick, you wonder where he kind of decides to pick a quarterback that he wants. He's got this senior here, Michael Caron, he's 150 pounds, 5'9", I think you said. I mean, way undersized for a quarterback, even in the high school level. But obviously, he must have seen something very early from this young man because this kid executes on the field. He understands the mind of his coach. He knows what he wants, and he has, most importantly, the desire to fulfill that. And you've seen that tonight. This kid comes off the field, has nothing to do with himself. It's all about executing the team's plan. Just a terrific job he's done tonight.
Well, the plan here is to pick up 3 feet, which would keep the drive alive and likely end Londonderry's chances. 4th and 1, handoff right side, and they do get it as it's Batstone. Going to celebrate after being marked down at the 33-yard line, a gain of 4, and Exeter starting to celebrate here with 1:20 remaining.
And the crowd likes and appreciates what they've seen tonight, Nick.
Well, they're...
As have I. I tell you, they are
fun to
watch.
The night started with the celebration of the team's 23 seniors on senior night. And, of course, they have held the lead here from wire to wire. And now the club in victory formation as Karen takes a knee.
Agreed.
And move inside of the final minute here. Still a 21-10 Exeter lead on the board. So the Blue Hawks are going to finish 9-0. And, well, they're going to be Eastern Conference champions officially here once this clock hits 0.
Yep.
They're going to have themselves a bye in the first round, so they will not play next weekend. They can kick their feet up, get healthy, and get refocused. Meanwhile, for Londonderry, they're now really at the mercy of what happens elsewhere, and we'll check in with that coming up with our out-of-town scoreboard. But the Lancers are going to finish 6-2 against in-state competition, 6-3 overall, and could be seeded anywhere, really, from 3 to 8. So we will find out what else is happening in just a moment when we check the scores. 21-10 ends up being the final. Exeter, a wire-to-wire win to finish the season at 9-0. Postgame is next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. Colonial Printing is family owned and celebrating 50 years of quality print services for New Hampshire businesses and can help yours as well. Whether it's creative design, digital or offset printing, or banners and signs, with state-of-the-art technology, unlimited industry sources, and the ability to think outside the box, Colonial Printing will help you get your job done. To see their full list of services, promo products, and portfolio, or to request an estimate, visit colonialprintingnh.com. That's colonialprintingnh.com.
21-10 is the final. Exeter finishes the regular season with a perfect 9-0 record. And we'll have a bye next week when the 13-team playoffs begin. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Exeter honoring 23 seniors before the game on senior night, and the team responded. They get on the board 4 minutes in with a 29-yard touchdown run for senior Tyler Bland, who finished tonight unofficially with 74 yards on 12 carries. Blake Thompson broke the ice for Londonderry with a 37-yard field goal back in that first quarter. 7-3 Exeter was our score after one. Then it's Daniel Batstone, the big fullback, a 3-yard touchdown. Just a minute and a half into that second quarter, extended the lead to 14-3. Londonderry shows you what they can do in the red zone. A 12-yard touchdown toss from starting quarterback Sam Ogden to Mason Paquette gave the Lancers a bit of a momentum boost just before halftime, although the visitors still trailed 14-10. Second half, Londonderry takes nearly 6 minutes off the clock, but are stopped on a fourth down in Exeter territory. Game stayed the same in terms of the score at 14-10 at that point. And then Exeter responds with a lengthy 5-minute-plus drive of their own that ends in 6. A 14-yard touchdown toss from Michael Karen to Tyler Graney. Graney tonight finishes with 4 grabs, 80 yards, including that TD. And Michael Karen, nearly 150 yards through the air on 9 completions. Fourth quarter, Steve, was scoreless, thanks in part to a Jackson Green interception of Alex Villa. Londonderry's workhorse, Adrian Cruz, kept at bay. 12 carries, 66 yards tonight for the junior, who was a big part of that Lancer offense. But in the end, again, as the final 12 minutes go scoreless, Exeter holds on to a wire-to-wire win, 21-10, to finish the regular season undefeated at 9-0. The Lancers see their 4-game win streak snap tonight on the road. They finish up 6-3 overall, 6-2 against NHIAA competition.
I mean, when you look at this game, Nick, and you break it down, the game plan that Coach Ball had and the execution of his players on the field was just as good as it could get. Before I even start with that, Nick, let's give this officiating staff an absolute blue ribbon. They let these kids play. They called everything right. They didn't miss a call. And, boy, in a game like this, Nick, it just makes so much difference. And I can't thank Referee Association and what they do game after game. These are big games. It needs to be called right, and it was. Great job. As far as these two teams are concerned, Nick, you've got all cylinders. It's just kind of like a 350 Chevy engine, Nick, that's just all tuned up, raring to go. All 8 cylinders are firing. And everything on this team is just going. They are tough and physical. They break down. They come. They smack you in the jaw. Both of these teams tackled, I thought, pretty well tonight, Nick. I can't look at Londonderry and say they missed tackle tonight.
No.
The defense played great. To me, the difference was the offensive scheme that was and the execution was just fantastic. The defense, to me, Nick, won this football game. Even though all of the offensive production they got and the precision, they got Graney, in all the yards he got. To me, the defense, those fourth down stops and everything. So I can go on and on. As far as Londonderry, they got to heal. They're banged up. They got players out. Nick, but let's give all the credit. I'm not saying that's why Exeter won the game. What I'm just saying is Exeter won the game 100%. But it's true that Londonderry has got to heal, got to get their full staff in. They really needed a bye. It's not out of the question, but it certainly murkies the waters, Nick, as far as where they're going to go. Coach Lozon, great coach that he is, he will go back, regroup. There's too many good things about this football team in Londonderry. They're by no means out of it. They're right in the mix. If they could get a bye, get 2 weeks, I think it benefits, but they'll be ready next week to play whoever they have to play if they don't.
All right. Some of the scores are starting to pour in here.
Oh, boy.
And some of the games are still active, including down in Hudson, where Pinkerton holds just a 5-point lead over Alvern with a full 12 minutes
Alvern's
to play.
For real, Nick.
That's the start of the fourth quarter. Broncos trail at 22-17. And, of course, as
how much
we know,
time left?
The full fourth quarter.
Wow.
And as we know, both teams in the hunt still, especially tonight with Londonderry leaving the door open in D1 Central. In D1 East, down the road, Dover has come back to tie the game against Winnicunnet. 21 apiece there inside of 3 minutes. The Warriors do have the football in Dover territory. And what else? Goffstown an upset. They beat Nashua South 14-6 is the final there.
Unbelievable.
So the Purple Panthers with an unexpected Week 9 loss. Congratulations to the Grizzlies for pulling off the victory.
Great job.
Salem, a big lead over Concord. It's a 3-score game up in the capital, 20-0, with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And also Merrimack starting to pull away from Bishop Girton, 34-14, with just 3 minutes to go there. So the Tomahawks hoping to keep their postseason hopes alive. All right, Steve, a lot of people to thank. That's always the case when we come here to Exeter.
Yeah.
First of all, their new athletic director.
Thanks for accommodating us.
Really
appreciate it.
Good job tonight, and great to work with her and her staff really all week long getting us set here. So we'll be back, as we know, especially in the month of November, but really appreciate Kathy and her staff. That includes our friends downstairs in the press box, the great Sherm Chester, Sam, everybody else down there. Appreciate working with them. Blue Hawk TV, very accommodating. So, another good experience in the books with us here at Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, coming to Bill Ball Stadium. Speaking of FNLNH Media, reminder, tune in Thursday. We're on the air for FNL Gridiron. And, of course, the great trio behind the lens tonight. Kristen Beals up here in the bird cage with us. Down on the field in the trench, Matt Beals and John Barron.
Great job, all three of you guys. Super
as
job.
usual. And, of course, the whole thing orchestrated flawlessly by the man behind the curtain, the wizard of replay, our director, Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios. For my partner, Steve Beals, my name is Nick Anastas, saying so long. Final score, final time, Exeter 21, Londonderry 10. This has been a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.